Hey guys, in this video I'll be going over air-to-air refueling in the A-10. The first thing you need to do is contact the refueling plane on the radio. I'm going to be refueling from this KC-135 here. I know that his radio frequency is 256, so I'm going to go ahead and type that in right now. Then you can hit / to open the radio menu, then click the tanker that you want to refuel from and say intent to refuel.
Texaco 1-1, Chevy 1-1, request rejoin. Chevy 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 190.
So the next thing you need to do is find the refueling jet. Now for me it's right in front of me. Now after you contact him on the radio, he'll actually tell you his altitude. He told me he's at 20,000. Also, if the refueling jet in your mission has a TACAN station, you can put that in. For me, this KC-135 does have a TACAN, so I'm going to put it in. If you're not sure what I'm doing with the TACAN, you can watch my separate TACAN tutorial. Whenever we get close to the tanker, we need to set up our jet. First, turn off your autopilot and then open your refueling door. You can open the refueling door by pulling this lever down here, and you can see the refueling door is in the nose right there. If you want to, you can also turn up this knob here, which will turn on the light for the refueling door. There are also these 4 buttons here that say fill disable. Each button is for one of the 4 fuel tanks in the A-10. If your fuel tank has a hole in it and is leaking, then you can click on the button to pull it out, which will disable that tank from being refueled. Now we just need to close in on the refueling plane and get behind it. Make sure that you fly slightly below the refueling plane so you don't get into its turbulence. By the way, before you start refueling, this light on the top right here should say ready. If it says latched or disconnect for some reason, then you can press this pinky button on the stick right here and then it will say ready. Whenever you get close to the refueler, go back to the radio menu and say ready pre-contact.
Ready pre-contact. Cleared contact.
If he says return pre-contact, that means that you're not close enough. For me, he said cleared contact, so that means I'm ready to refuel. Now all you have to do is get closer to him and put your nose next to the end of that boom right there on the back of his plane. Don't worry about getting it super perfect because the boom on the KC-135 can actually move, so the operator can point it into the refueling port in your plane. As you can see, the boom is moving there, so I'm just going to get a little bit closer so he can put it in my refueling port. As you can see, once he connects, he will say contact, and then he'll say I'm taking fuel. Also notice that once I connect, on the right side it says latched. While I'm refueling, if my plane gets disconnected for some reason, then this light will say disconnect. And before I reconnect, I'm going to have to hit the pinky button on my stick so it can say ready again. I will demonstrate that right now. I'm going to go ahead and slow down. As you can see, I've disconnected and the light says disconnect. Now I'm going to hit the pinky button on my stick. And you can see now it says ready again. So now I'm going to go ahead and reconnect to the refueler.
Contact.
While you're refueling, make sure you don't get too close or too far away. You can judge your distance based on the colors on the boom. Right now I'm at red, which means I'm too close. And you want to make sure it's in the green position. If you don't get it the first couple times, don't worry about it. Air-to-air refueling is the hardest thing to do in DCS. Just keep practicing and eventually you'll get it.
Transfer complete. Disconnect.
As you just heard, once I've completely refueled, the operator will say transfer complete. At that point, you can slow down and back off from the refueling plane. Then you can click the pinky button on your stick to reset the refueling port, and then come here and push this lever forward to close the refueling port. The procedures for night refueling are the same, except you'll obviously have to do it with night vision goggles. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you later.